Magic Box. The winter holidays are a very special time on Sodor. There are twinkling lights and snowy nights, and there are lots of surprises of all sorts and sizes. One morning, Henry was alone at Tidmouth Sheds. All the other engines were busy. Henry didn't want to be alone. He wanted to be busy like the other engines. Then Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Henry was happy to see him.
Good morning, sir.
Henry, I have a very special for you.
Henry gasped. This was more than he could ever have dreamed of.
Yes, sir. Ready to be really useful, sir.
Henry, you must pick up a very special box from Brendam Docks. Next, you must take the box to Farmer McCall's field. Then, you must go and tell all the other engines to come to Farmer McCall's field at tea time. It's important, Henry, that you take great care of the box. I want to be proud of you.
Henry wished he was excited to have such an important job.
Of course, sir. I will take the best care of the box.
Then Sir Henry pumped his pistons and puffed proudly to Brendam Docks. Henry chuffed into Brendam Docks.
This box is special, Henry. You have to take special care of it.
I know, Cranky. That's why Sir Topham Hatt chose me for the job.
And Henry chuffed cheerfully away to Farmer McCall's. Henry huffed in with his very special.
Please be careful with the box.
Henry was worried for his box. It stood all alone. But he had to go and tell the other engines to come to the field at tea time.
I must hurry.
Henry huffed along. He saw Gordon ahead at the junction. But Henry didn't puff on to tell Gordon to be at the field at tea time. Henry was worried about his box alone in the field.
First, I must go and check that my special box is safe.
So, Henry hurried back to the field. Henry heaved to a stop. Then, he gasped. Henry heaved to a stop. Then, he gasped. Now, there were 5 Christmas trees in the field, but no box.
Fizzling fireboxes! Sir Topham Hatt won't be proud of me now. He will be cross. I must find the box.
Henry steamed swiftly away. Then, Henry met Toby and James at a junction. Henry was too busy looking for the box to notice them.
Hello, Henry.
You look wobbly with worry.
But Henry wasn't listening. He didn't tell Toby and James to be at the field at tea time. There was no box to see. Henry had to find it. Henry huffed hurriedly back to the field. Then his pistons almost popped.
Bust my buffers! Now there are even more Christmas trees. But my very special box is still gone. I must find it.
Henry juddered and jittered to the junction.
Hello, Henry. Hello, Henry. Emily told us Sir Topham Hatt has given you a very special.
Henry gulped and gasped. He didn't tell Thomas and Percy to be at the field at tea time. There was no box for them to see.
I must hurry.
And Henry raced away. Henry looked everywhere for his box. In fields and fenlands, sidings and stations. He couldn't find the box anywhere. Henry steamed sadly back to the field. Then he gasped.
The empty field is now a forest of Christmas trees, and my special box still isn't here.
Henry, I asked you to do a special job. You haven't done it. It's almost tea time, and the other engines aren't here.
His firebox flickered.
I'm sorry, sir. I've let you down. I haven't looked after the very special box. It has disappeared. I haven't told any of the engines to be here, and you won't be proud of me.
Sir Topham Hatt sighed.
Henry, you are an old and kind engine, but you worry too much. Where do you think the forest came from?
Henry wheezed steam and bubbled his boiler. He really wanted to find the answer. He didn't want Sir Topham Hatt to think he was silly. Then the answer flew into his funnel.
The trees were in the box, sir. That's why the box isn't here, and the Christmas trees are.
That's right, Henry. You looked after the box very well. Now, go and do the rest of your job.
Henry smiled from buffer to buffer.
Yes, sir. We'll all be here at tea time.
And Henry pumped his pistons and chuffed cheerfully away. First, Henry found Gordon and Emily.
Sir Topham Hatt wants you to go straight to Farmer McCall's field. Hurry, please. No time to waste.
Next, Henry steamed to Tidmouth Sheds. Thomas, Percy, and Edward were there.
Sir Topham Hatt wants you to go straight to Farmer McCall's field. Hurry, please. No time to rest.
Henry puffed into Knapford Station. His cheeks were as red as James's paintwork. James was talking to the station master.
Sir Topham Hatt wants you to go straight to Farmer McCall's field. Hurry, please, James. No time to talk.
At last, Henry found Toby at the water tower.
Sir Topham Hatt wants you to go straight to Farmer McCall's field. Hurry, please, Toby. No time to take on water.
And Henry wheezed away. He felt a very happy engine. Henry arrived back at Farmer McCall's field just in time for tea time. All the other engines were there, but Sir Topham Hatt wasn't. Henry felt silly. Again.
I'm sorry, everyone. I thought Sir Topham Hatt was going to be here. Perhaps I was wrong.
Suddenly, the Christmas trees were a forest of twinkling lights. Red, blue, green, yellow, sparkling in the darkness. The engines gasped in surprise.
Fizzling fireboxes.
This is wonderful.
Then there was the greatest surprise of all. Sir Topham Hatt stepped through the trees. He looked just like Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy winter holidays to all my really useful engines!
Henry's eyes popped as wide as his wheels. This had been the best winter holiday special of all.
Racing down the railway line, dodging trains like days are fine, working hard until the moon shines. Flying up and over hills with a few thrills and spills, gotta get the job done right on time. In the roundhouse, shunting trucks and hauling freight, we're almost never late. In the roundhouse, one shed, 8 trains, wouldn't want to change a thing.